So hello and welcome. We're here with Eser from Germany. I struggle with your barrel name, but
Unger. Eser Unger.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And you are a two-time winner in the cosplay competition. First with the Benji cosplay, and now with the my words is not coming to me today.
Riptide.
Riptide.
I'm Riptide, yes.
So such different characters, so it's hard to picture them both on the same ballpark. And also a competitive judge, so that's also very interesting, and it plays into all the things that you do. So where are you from? That's our first question. So where are you based?
I'm from Germany. I live in the middle south, in the middle of nowhere. You can imagine it that the highlight of my town is the hill that's next to my town. So there's nothing here. I don't have a local game store, sadly, so I don't get to play as much as I want to.
So you do a lot of traveling, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm usually only playing pre-releases.
Yeah.
Or, if there's a big event, a calling happening, and I have time available to play because I'm not judging, then I will also play. But otherwise, I'm mostly traveling for judging.
So how did you find Fab if you're in such an isolated area? I know that it was very digital kind of at a time with COVID, but how did you find Fab?
So I come from a history of playing and judging Magic. And
Yeah.
during COVID, everything stopped, of course, right? And they announced Flesh and Blood. I had some people that I know getting into the game. I was like, yeah, not sure about it. But then they announced like the first European calling. I was like, yeah, I want to be there. So I started learning the rules. I went to my first pre-release, Tales of Aria, without even knowing how the game works. So it was like 30 people. Two of them knew how the game works, and we just fought our way to learn the game there. And yeah,
Yeah,
Tales of
and
Aria.
at that stage there was a lot more mechanics as well with the light and the dark and the
It was
and
very
also with all
confusing.
the elemental stuff.
It was very confusing because I played Lexi a lot,
Yeah.
and you have all these elemental cards that have lightning in the name and lightning in the artwork. So put it in Arsenal. You want to flip it up, and then it doesn't do anything because it's not
It's not
lightning.
lightning.
It happens so often, so often.
So what was your first cosplay? Have you done cosplay for other things like Magic, or was Fab your first venturing into cosplay?
I've I have been interested in cosplay before. I've done one for the Magic Nationals where I was playing
Yeah.
because there was also a contest, not only like Magic cosplays, but like altogether contest. So I collected stuff, I did things, not a huge effort, I like 15 hours or something. And
Yeah.
I went there very excited, and I had a friend tell me that I look ridiculous. So
Oh.
I got undressed. I remember I left stuff there to be trashed because I didn't want to take it back home. I felt so bad. And then I
Oh.
stopped cosplaying for years. So
What character did you go? Because I've done Liliana and Elspeth, so
it's Mentor of the Meek. I know I don't even remember
Mentor
what
of
the
me.
card does. It's a white card that does something with your creatures, whatever. I
Oh,
really I
that
really like the artwork.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
It's that it's artwork that kind of draws us, and it's kind of what drew me to Fab
yeah,
as well. So
yeah,
um I'm also a Magic player, so I get that.
yeah.
Um
And
what has been your favorite cosplay in Fab? It doesn't have to be something you've done or something that you've seen and you've thought that's amazing, that's been done really well.
to be fair, there's so many cosplays that are amazing. I know in Baltimore, I just saw all the people. I was like, how do you even? There's such a high skill level there. You all look
Yeah.
amazing. But I think my favorite one is mentioned before on like talking with you
Yeah,
is
yeah.
the Frightmare. I
Frightmare,
saw it and I was like, yeah, this one is
Frightmare
amazing. You have to
comes up
have the
so
idea
much.
first that you
Yeah,
want to cosplay this, and then
yeah.
the execution is also really good. So it's a fun one. It's a fun one.
Yeah, that was a team. I'm gonna have to try and track them down and get that team on, I think.
Yeah, yeah.
It's amazing
I,
work.
I hope they take it to more events. I
Yeah.
want to take a picture with Frightmare.
Oh, I think everybody want to, especially since we're going from dusk to dawn. It's just it's quite on
Yeah,
point,
yeah,
you know.
yeah.
Challenges you've had while building your cosplays. So either with your first one, your Benji one, or even with your Riptide, was there any things that were particularly challenging?
I think personally challenging for me is that I'm very bad at learning when I I don't know how to do things, right? I know how to sew because of my work, right? I can use my workplace, but I don't know how to make clothing. I don't know how to do any of that. But also I'm bad at just looking up tutorials and then following and reading them. I need to
Yeah,
do things myself.
yeah,
So
yeah,
I know for my Benji, like the cosplay took me like 150 hours because I didn't know what I was doing. So, I got through the process of starting somewhere. This might work. Oh no, it didn't work. Let's do it again. Let's do it again until I'm
yeah,
I'm happy with the outcome. So um, it takes a lot of time, but also I feel like I learn a lot doing it. So and this kind of challenge is also what excites me about cosplaying
yeah,
because you know I have a problem. How do I do this? I need to solve it, right? And then I can come up with a solution. I know one that I'm very excited about was actually for Riptide. He has this big lock thing on his back, right, where the fishes dangle from.
yeah,
And I was thinking, I can't bring an actual lock, right? It's too heavy. I
yeah,
can't travel with it.
yeah.
And I couldn't come up with a solution. So I was lying in Baltimore in bed with jet lag at
Mm.
like 3 a.m. in the morning. I was like, I have an idea. And I was so excited to get back home and start working on it.
Yeah,
Uh, so basically, what I can tell I ended up doing was I took like a paper roll and put construction foam around it.
yeah,
It was a huge mess. I cut it into the shape that I wanted to,
yeah.
and then I used Wobbler to
Oh,
to make it firm because
yeah,
construction foam it's gonna be and then there's this type of flooring called vinyl flooring that has like different layers, and the top layer is like one that has a pattern. So I took one that has wood pattern, I cut it into 5 centimeter pieces so I can rip the top layer off and
yeah.
glued it on there. And the process just sounds so insane. Why did I do this to myself? But also it looked very good.
It
So
looked amazing.
I'm very happy about the outcome. So that's what excites me about the cosplays, the actual challenge to make things look good.
Yeah, yeah, and it's taking something that you wouldn't ordinarily think it would work and making it work.
I think that's part of that's nice. That's the nice thing about cosplay because in the end, in the pictures, people are not gonna really see how you did this. So as long as you come up with a solution that works for you and that looks nice on pictures, basically, you did a
Mm.
good job, right? It doesn't matter how you created something.
Yeah, yeah. Doesn't matter how the journey went as long as you get to the end.
Yeah, exactly.
So I have okay. My next question is how do you find the balance between judging and cosplaying? Because I know that you took so many beautiful photos at Baltimore. I could see the envy of all of the cosplayers wanting to do it too, but traveling with a cosplay is very difficult. But you
Yeah,
did get your mask there, so that was awesome.
yeah. So that's actually something I'm struggling with because I love judging, right? It's a very easy way to have a very positive impact on a lot of people, and helping players understand the game that I love. It's just amazing. But also, I really like cosplaying, right? I like creating stuff. I like to show off stuff.
Yeah.
So I currently don't know how I'm going to balance it. Um, for a little, I was only working on Friday and Sunday. I
Yeah.
specified that in my application for the event that if they want me to work there, that's the only schedule that works for me.
Yeah.
But I don't expect this to be allowed basically every event that I want to cosplay at because Saturdays where the cosplay contests are held are usually the busiest days as a judge, right? You
Yeah.
could see the list of like 150 judges, and I was the only one that wasn't working on Saturday. I had a few people ask me, is there something wrong with the schedule? No, I'm taking part in contest. No, sorry. And yeah, I try to, at least bring something small with me, like the mask, because people
Yeah.
enjoy it. I enjoy it, and so I can take fun pictures with the other cosplayers that are there. Because
Yeah, and you took you did some brilliant poses and stuff. That it was great to see all the beautiful photos that you'd did you kind of go, oh, let's do this, or was it a collaborative thing there?
most often I go to the cosplayer and be like, so I have this pose in mind. Do you mind doing this, or do you have something else in mind? Like for Kano was like, please look like you're scolding me. And it turned out amazing with the smirk on his face,
Oh,
And
he was brilliant. He came through very well in the photos.
yes, the smirk is what made it amazing. Yeah.
Well,
So
I think my favorite one you did was with the person that had the deaf dealer from up on the top high, and the whole angle that was brilliantly done.
I followed them when the LSS guy took pictures of them. I was like, okay, let's take a lot of pictures.
Yeah.
And then we realized, oh, there's the stage where the people can spectate on the top 8 or whatever. And you have a nice arrow there. So I had somebody else go grab the arrow from like back of the artwork wall. So it's not really visible. And he's standing up there, and I'm just like running for my life. I'm not gonna make it. He's too good at shooting. I think that's part of the fun of cosplaying, having fun with the character that you are cosplaying. So that's why I also really like coming to the cosplayers like this, because they usually get very excited to do something else than just standing, right? To do something in their character.
The creativity was wonderful, and it brought it to life, and I really enjoyed that part of the what you did there. So we do have a question from one of the community members. His name is Dead Summer Scribe History Twitter. So I think he's actually Dead Summer Art on sorry, on a lot of things. He does a lot of the lore videos and so forth. And he asks, so I couldn't put the whole picture, the question up here because it's quite a long question, so I'm just going to read it from my phone. When picking up clothing for your cosplay, what's your go-to source? Are secondhand stores reasonably decent for finding what you need, or are you more uncommon items like specific boots, gloves, aprons, and something you'd have to search online for or craft yourself? So he kind of answers this question, but how do you go about this?
Well, I live in the middle of nowhere, so I basically need to order everything online. Right? If I want to go to a thrift store, I need to go like 1.5 hours with a train somewhere to a bigger city. So I do try to make all I can myself. Like that's the goal, to make everything myself. Of course, I can't make shoes from scratch. So I usually order ones that are cheap but have the form that I'm looking for, and then like add fabric or add leather on top. Like I did for Benji, and I did for Riptide. And for Benji, I think I did everything myself. Besides I added stuff to the shoes. I tried to work on everything. For Riptide, I used clothing that I had left over because I'm very tiny. I'm like 155 centimeters or 5'1", so I'm very small. Most clothes that I have don't fit me, so I need to make them fit me, right? So I had this pair of pants that was like way too big, way too big. I could fit 2 times in there. I don't know why I bought it. I think the length was nice, so I made it fit me. I recolored it so it fits the so it fits the color that I want to, and I made them. You couldn't see it on the pictures. I made them Seekers leggings.
Oh, nice.
You couldn't really see it because it was all covered by the apron, and the shirt was also it when I was wearing it originally, it was going to my knees.
Oh,
it was
wow.
like this long. So there's no no suit that is the original one. I basically tore the whole thing apart and rebuilt it in my size.
Yeah.
But like, I do try to make everything myself. The gloves that I had for Riptide, I made myself. I do not advise anybody to make gloves themselves, especially not out of
Oh,
leather.
no.
It, it's
Gloves are
awful.
hard.
Yeah, I do not recommend that experience. It
I
looks
mean,
nice though, if you can say, I made this, but it's not enjoyable doing it.
no. I've tried. I've failed. I understand.
Yeah.
Um, so we come to the question that you messaged me and goes, "Can we add this question?" And I don't know why I didn't already have it on the list, but it's going to be a permanent fixture now. So, any tips for new cosplayers?
So I think if you want to get into cosplay, you need to be aware that everybody brings something else to the table, right? I know cosplayers that are starting to do flesh and blood cosplays that have done cosplaying for 10 years, right?
Mm.
So of course you can expect something else, like another level coming from them, right?
Yeah.
And I also know cosplayers who came into this without any knowledge about any, like, I don't know how to operate a sewing machine. I don't know how
Yeah.
to do anything, and they are learning this now. So
Yeah.
I think you need to be aware that your starting point is different than from other people, right? I
Mm.
think I was very fortunate because from like I'm an interior designer, so I know how to sew, to operate a sewing machine, right? I don't know how to make clothing, but
Mm.
I've operated sewing machines for like 7, 8 years, right? So I know how to do that. I have a workplace where I can use the tools from and have the space. Other people might don't not have that, right? And there's people who are amazing at 3D printing.
Yeah.
For
Yeah.
example, I couldn't do that. I don't know how to do armor. You know, I would. That's something that I would need to start completely like as a blank page at.
Mm.
So a tip that I have that actually somebody got me for when I became a magic judge is to not compare myself to those people that are up there. You know, oh, there's a camera, that are up there when
Mm.
you are up there and want to go to this level, because you can never go there within a few weeks, right? You need
Yeah.
to invest a lot of time and resources to get to that level. And in the
Mm.
long term, if you compare to yourself and be like, why am I not that good, right? You're gonna feel
Mm-mm.
bad. It takes out all the fun.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it's something that we do as people, we compare each other, right? And
Yeah.
I don't
As
think
long
it's
as
good
you're
in
improving
cosplay.
yourself.
I don't think
Yeah.
it's good when cosplaying because we love the characters, we love creating
Yeah.
stuff, we love to play as this characters,
Mm.
and that should be enough, right? But
Yeah.
I think if you compare yourself, compare to those that have similarly entry levels, or that are also new, and work together with them. I know for Antwerp, I was
Mm.
talking a lot with the Prism cosplayer,
Mm.
and we shared a
Yeah.
lot of fun pictures of the process,
Yeah.
and it was very exciting to to just have this conversation. Oh, how are you doing this? Oh, that looks very nice. What do you think of the thing that I did? Just
Yeah. Yeah.
the friendliness, and that's something I really like about this community, actually.
Yeah.
That such a diverse um, group of people with so many different experiences and strength, and
Mm.
we still try to help each other if there's a question arises, and even the small victories of I made this very easy bag, and we can still celebrate that you achieved something
Mm.
for yourself. I think that's
Exactly.
something very fun that we can
Bags are
all.
awesome.
Yeah. And if you never made a bag, that's a really big thing.
Yeah. Exactly.
I recently at my work, I had a old lady come in who sew like bags for bicycles for her grandchildren. It was like,
Mm.
so can you sew something on so I can make them hold on the bicycles? I was like, yes, I can. And while I was doing it, she was asking, she was telling me that this is the first time she put out her sewing machine in like 50 years,
Mm.
and that's the first time she made bags. And I was like, this is so amazing that you get out, and even if it's not 100% right, you still try to create something and it looks good, and you can celebrate it, right?
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think I think you need to celebrate the small victories too.
Yeah, exactly. Because every time you get like one piece done, and it's it's good, I've done that, and then you can get your bearings
Yeah,
up to do the next
yeah,
little bit.
yeah. And even if it turns out not like you want to, I know for my Banshee, the rest, I still want to redo it because I'm not 100% happy with it.
Yeah.
You can still redo it later, right?
Yeah. I've done my Azalea 3 times.
Yeah, when your skills become better, you can be like, yes, I want to redo this, and then
Yeah.
redo it, and then see the progress you have made. Yeah,
Exactly. So what are you looking forward to in Fab?
Well, I'm in the shorter term, I'm looking forward to the Worlds. They're gonna be in Europe, so I'm definitely gonna be there.
Yeah.
I will try to come as judge and as cosplayer, but you know, we talked about the struggle. And I'm looking forward to seeing all the people there because it's Worlds. They are going to announce the cosplay contest not 2 weeks before the contest, so there's gonna be a lot of cosplayers going there, and I'm looking forward to seeing and taking pictures of all of them.
Yeah.
And in the long term, I'm very excited about the player versus evil format they're going to bring. Maybe next year. They want to do it this year, but maybe next year, maybe 2 years, whenever it's ready. I'm really looking forward to that one.
Yeah. Worlds is going to be great, and I do look forward to seeing what photos you can create out of it. That's going to be great. Because I can't get there as much as I want to be there. I can't get there. And I'm hoping they'll let us know soon so that it gives you guys all a chance to plan.
Yeah, I mean they wanted to tell us like 1.5 months ago, so it's probably a struggle with the venue. That's what I assume. So I hope we get to know that soon where it's gonna be.
Yeah. There is a bit of speculation, and I think we speak about it in the Shapeshifters. So when that finally releases, people can speculate themselves. Do you have any pieces that you want to show off? I know you've been working on some really cool things that I've been seeing on the Discord and on Facebook.
If you're talking about this, I've been making coins.
Yeah, that's the one.
I've been making different coins because I was playing UPF, and I realized we don't have any nice silver, gold, or copper coins. So I made them. I didn't paint the backside yet. I basically made them out of very thick leather.
Yeah.
And I have a lot of them. So I'm not sure what I do with those, but probably I'm gonna give them away at events. So
that'd be really cool.
Yeah, I have like 100 plus a few not so well done gold ones in the bag.
Yeah.
There's also another thing that I really liked about my Banshee cosplay.
Yeah.
I prepared, which are the needles.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I went into this. I was like, I have no idea how to do these, right?
Yeah.
And I just stumbled across that there's clear warbler.
Yeah.
And I was like,
clear
okay,
warbler. I've got some. I haven't been brave enough to use it yet.
if I do it, it's got to be with this because it does kind of look like glass, right?
Yeah.
They are definitely not perfect. Like there's a 3D model from one of the talented people in the community that just looks like a real thing. But I think the imperfections on this one is what I really enjoy about those because it gives more character. Right?
Yeah.
That's something I'm really happy about.
Oh, the detailing on it looks really good with all the blue swirls on there.
Yeah. So basically, I cut out like a 3-angle thing, like, and then I painted on it like the stripes. I painted on it, and then I just heated up and rolled it together, and then I tried to make the form in there. Yeah.
Oh, nice. Well, it's quite good. So just to close up, do you have any socials that you would like to share?
I have an Instagram called Sleepy Eser because I'm tired all the time, and Eser because it's my name. I'm trying to post more there, but also I'm very bad at keeping social media updated. But you can see and I will post like a few updates on progress pictures of my cosplays and pictures from events. So if you wanna see them, go check it out, I guess.
And as always, people can always get an invite to Discord, and they can chat away with all of us there. It was quite a good community, and you yourself are on there, and we're all there supporting each other. So, and it's growing exponentially, and especially with the European events ramping up, there's more and more there. It's been great to chat to you today, and I'm very thankful that you were able to join me today. I tried to get you onto the shapeshifters, but that didn't line up, but this lined up perfectly.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you very much.